Hey JP, just wanted to thank you again for taking your time out of your busy day to, kind of let me put this short video together for you. The reason I like to do the videos is because if I just meet you at random somewhere at your office or even, my house or something and trying to go through everything, I'm liable to miss something that I wanted to show you, or you may not be able to have time to think of some questions that you might want to ask. So I always like to put these things together real short, let you watch it at your leisure time, without me there, over your shoulder or anything, and then you can obviously jot down some questions. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. I know you're busy. Typically, when I meet a new client that I've never met before, I have to go into a lot more detail as to what we can provide them. That trust relationship isn't there yet. So like I said, I have to get down to the nuts and bolts and really show them what we can do. Obviously, you and I have known each other for a long time, so I'm not going to bore you with a bunch of information, but I do want to cover some things just so you kind of know how it works and know what it takes on our end to get you the results that you want. So anyways, I just jotted down a few bullet points here to keep me on track, and we'll go from there. Kind of my background dealing with the computer stuff. I've graduated in 2003, with a bachelor's in computer science and programming. Been building websites ever since. Back then it was much harder to do some of the PHP programming and programming on websites compared to how it is today. Today it's fairly easy. Now to do some of the fancy stuff that we're doing is not so easy. PHP is not so easy, but if you want to just go out and build a website and have a good looking website at that, you can do a website tonight on GoDaddy.com or something. You can have it up and running pretty quick. But where we come in is we link all the social media platforms together. Do all the programming to make sure those are all linked. That way, whenever we make a post or an update in one place, it's going to go across all the platforms we tell it to go across, instead of you having to open each thing and make that happen. So there's a lot of cool things there. Anyways, I'll go ahead and start by letting you know a little bit of how Google works. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the web and some of that stuff. Basically, Google has a big bot system. It's basically big servers that crawl all these websites that are trying to rank on Google, and they have an algorithm that they determine what website ranks where in their search engine. They take a bunch of things into consideration. How new your URL is. If you just register a URL, like if you decide to go with us, we're going to register your URL, sdservices.com, if it's available. I haven't even checked, but I'm sure it will be. And that'll even play into consideration. Where you place stuff on your web page, how many links and backlinks you have pointing to your website. And right now with the social media and everything like that, it's very important to get all that set up correctly and have a bunch of backlinks. When you first register a URL, it's very difficult in Google to rank high right away, because there's a lot of software out there, what they call black hat programming, marketing, SEO, where people will purchase these spin-off softwares and they'll create an article and they'll spin the article and make the article change, because you can't submit an article to like Enzyme Articles to create that backlink pointing back to you with the same words. It's got to be different. Anyways, these softwares will just go out and post a bunch of links real quick, and that's not really the way to do it. You want to do it organically. Now, we did find ways around that's working well for us, and I'll kind of show you a little bit more about that. Anyways, back when I got started doing some of the programming, I started building websites, graphic design for some people, and then started figuring, hey, I'm pretty good at search engine optimization, knew what I was doing there, and so I started a website called newlightweightstroller.com. Did some market research. The new lightweight strollers was obviously highly in demand, compared to just typing in a generic term with like strollers. That brought up like I don't know, 500 million competitors compared to a new lightweight stroller where there was like 250,000 competitors. So it was much easier to get on top of Google ranking number one for some of those keywords. So I built a website, went and made some partners after I proved myself to some of the manufacturers that, hey, I can rank fairly fast on a number one spot selling their products. So we built a drop ship relationship. So what I did is built the website. I'm the one that had the automatic payments and everything set up. I'm the ones that had the liability on my end, but I was promoting their products. And I think all these big companies and big manufacturers all realized where the net was going, several years ago. They knew the more that their product was floating around the internet, the better chances they were going to have to make of selling it. So the way the dropship program would work is every one that I would sell, they would give me 20% back for me, or that would be my profit. I wouldn't even touch the product. I would rank number one. People would buy the product. The money would come to me in my account. I would turn around and purchase straight from the manufacturer, and they would ship the product straight from their warehouse to the customer, and I never touched it. So that worked really well. But like I said, some of these other companies out there that were doing the same thing, that not only had websites like myself and were fairly small and had huge warehouses, they realized what was going on, so they just started buying in bigger bulk. And whenever they were buying in bigger bulk, of course, the manufacturers were giving them bigger discounts, and it got to the point where I couldn't even get the product for what they were selling it for. So that kind of went by the wayside. It worked well for quite a few years. We did fairly well. Like anything else, especially in the technology world, trying to, an online business, you have to adapt because things change so fast. So then we started coming up, I started realizing how many businesses out there, local businesses, did not have any websites. Back then it wasn't that big of a deal. You did all your marketing through yellow pages and radio and stuff like that, which is fairly expensive compared to where like the audience is, like on Facebook and Twitter and being on top of Google search. So then we started GoNewSocial.com. We started helping businesses build websites, do graphic design, and we're still doing fairly well at that, but unfortunately living in little old Artesia, New Mexico, it's not the bread and butter because there's not a whole lot of people that have caught on to the whole technology thing yet here. We still do quite a bit of business for Texas, and I'll show you some search results where we're on top of the search engines out of 400,000 people, something that we plan on doing with you. But where our bread and butter is we got into an affiliate program, and we partnered up with several different big companies, Walmart, Bass Pro, Cabela's, different people like that also realize and understand how technology was changing, that they needed to get their products, as many of their products on the internet floating around as much as they could. So kind of the same type of deal, except I'm not having to compete for what I can sell it for and what they'll give it to me. It's theirs, and they just give me a percentage back. That's all they do. It's not necessarily a drop ship type deal. Basically, is all I do is they give me an affiliate link. I rank number one on Google for that link. People click on my link, go to their website, and purchase off of their website. So basically, is all I'm providing is a search engine optimization service, and that's where we're killing it right now. That's what's working best for us right now. Another thing, affiliate marketing, we can use offline as well. You take that same principle, and we take sdservices, and why not give somebody a cut, a little 10%, if they introduce someone to your business and use your service? In other words, like I work at Navajo, if I need a hotshot service, you can put something together. We'll put a plan together to say, hey, we have an affiliate program to where if you introduce somebody to my business and they use my service, you can get 5 or 10% of the cut goes into that person's pocket. So now is what happens is you got a bunch of little salespeople running around. Who wants an extra, $500, $300, whatever that's going to be. Um, and I'll talk to you more in detail about that. You know, we're not going to solve this overnight, but I got a lot of different things in mind for you. Just kind of wanted to show you a few things like on a product launch and a link wheel and what it takes to get some of those backlinks, just so you understand. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that, but just kind of so you can understand where that's coming from as far as Google is concerned. Basically, is what we do to start getting all these backlinks is obviously we do some keyword research on specific keywords that we want to target, and we create a link wheel. And for these particular keywords for our business, we did mobile marketing, local marketing, and local SEO. We attach that to a YouTube video because the beauty of YouTube, it's basically owned by Google, so you can throw as many backlinks as you want on it today and probably be ranking #1 in 3 days from now. They're not going to ban you because obviously YouTube is one of the biggest video sites in the world. So we get this link wheel obviously after doing market research and figuring out what people are searching for, so we can figure out what to target. And then we go ahead from there and we start generating our backlinks, and we start putting these all over the net. Off of these 3 keywords, you can see we generated, like 21,087 backlinks. The higher the PR, the higher the public rating, obviously the more of an impact that backlink is going to make. And this is the correct way to do it. There's a lot of people out there that try to get you on top, but they can't keep you there. And we just keep repeating this process over and over and over to where you're going to stay on top of Google. Anyways, that's kind of a little short explanation there on that. Now let's go over to my website. I'm not sure if you've had the opportunity to visit the website yet or not. I can type in one of those keywords, mobile marketing, if I could spell. And you can see that all these advertisements up front, they're all paid advertisements. We're on the free organic #1. The video's been up since April of 2012. As soon as I posted the video, we probably went to page 1, #1 in about 3 days. We are #1 out of 24,500,000 competitors trying to rank for this keyword, and there is our business sitting right there on #1. We got a lot of different ones. I'm only going to show you a few just to kind of show you what it's all about. Some of those keywords that I showed you on the link wheel, and getting those ranked and getting those advertised to the proper places. There we are again for a different keyword, right there on top of Google out of 53,100,000. Now we also did target Texas. Let's see, I forget what keywords we used for Texas. I think it was social media, business. By the way, more than 50%, more than probably 75% of the people type in a state, even sometimes a city. So we just started targeting states. So anyone that's searching anywhere in Texas for a social media business, here we are, Go New Social right here on page 1. We got all these paid advertisements on top, and this is out of 398 million people trying to rank for that keyword, and we ranked fairly easy. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. We know what it takes to get on top with Google. We know that sdservices is established here, and the good thing about that is people whenever they click on the video, and then the link to your actual website. Let me pause this when it comes up, because then you won't be able to hear me. The link to your actual website is embedded in the video. So they click on the video, we pick the topic that we want, and then the link to my website is embedded in the video, and then that's how you start getting the lead generation. Like I mentioned, we understand that sdservices is established already here, which is a good thing. Like I said, I think there are several different tactics that we can use offline marketing that can even help us even more and have a bunch of salespeople running around, and we can start to rank for every keyword that you have. And of course, there's obviously more that I got to understand about your business to be able to go into a lot of detail about that. But anyways, this goes on to our website. I don't know if you've seen our website or not. If you've had a chance to log on, but we do a lot of professional graphics. Basically, we're on everywhere you can think of in the social media world. That's where we're at, and that's what we plan on doing with SD Services. By the time your competitors, they're going to literally freak out. Everywhere they turn around, there's going to be SD Services. We're going to create you a YouTube channel, obviously Facebook. And Facebook, to me, we're just going to do it strictly for SD Services. You don't even have to create a personal account if you want. I get on there very rarely anymore. Like I said, our bread and butter is kind of behind the scenes on the affiliate marketing is what we're doing right now. We are still doing a lot of search engine optimization for different companies that already have a website, but it's much easier whenever we link it all together because we can make it work the way we need it to. But going back to Facebook, you don't have to even create a personal page. I can create one on my fan page, give you guys a credential, show y'all how to get in, log in, upload pictures, upload whatever you want to upload. And the reason I say Facebook is important, especially for your service, is number one, you're well known throughout Artesia. Obviously, you got a customer base that's expanding. We can throw out a Facebook contest when we first get started just to get a lot of likes. And the reason you want the likes is because once you got the likes, now everything that SD Services post on Facebook, it's going to go on the top of news feeds of all those people that just liked you. So we may, something I have in mind is we'll run a Facebook contest for to an NFL football game. Whoever shares the most or likes the most, or however we want to do it, there's a bunch of different things we can do there, will win these tickets. Well, obviously people are going to want to win, so you get a lot of likes. After we get those likes coming up, then we're going to come out and we're going to start announcing the affiliate program. You introduce anyone around to SD Services, to what we do, how we can help them if they need a hotshot service, well testing, whatever it is that you're involved in, then they get a little cut. And like I said, that's a heck of an investment. If you get a job doing a hotshot, even for Navajo, you're going to take a pump to Cheyenne, it's going to cost $5,000, and someone gets 10%, you're going to lose $500. But without that person out there getting excited about this, that's a sale that you might have never made. So that's one thing about the marketing, that I've been involved in over the years. And of course, the one thing that's helped me out tremendously as well is, the MBA and just learning. You got to think outside the box. You got to keep moving. You got to keep staying ahead of the competition. And those people that just sit back and think it's always going to automatically come in, it's not going to work. Before some of your competitors realize what's going on, you're going to steal a lot of their business. Anyways, that's a little bit it in a nutshell. Like I said, I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time. Just kind of wanted to show you what we can do. I plan on getting you a YouTube channel set up so we can start doing some YouTube. I want to get a press release tab going. We're going to start needing pictures in the field, pictures of different projects, different things you guys are working on. Any kind of charity you do throughout the, Artesia or wherever else for that matter, we want to capture that. It's not saying that you're bragging or anything, but you want people to realize that and recognize that, especially these local businesses here, because you're pumping a lot of money back into the Artesia, and get them to start thinking, hey, this SD Services is pumping the money back in here. Let's use them. They're competitive with their prices. They do a good job. Obviously we want to put some of your safety records out there. You're an IS Networld and all that good stuff, and we'll make some good tabs there. I already have a few things in mind that I want to do. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time putting any of that together as far as any graphics for you. I need to learn a little bit more about your business. But then we'll also obviously get the About Us page. We're obviously going to want you on there, kind of how you started, when the company started, where it's come, where it's headed, a little mission statement type deal, and stuff like that. So we'll have the The home page, it's going to be set up on a blog, but the home page is going to look like a static regular website like mine does. Then we'll have the About Us page. Then we'll have a press release, and then we'll have a blog post, and then we can get into some services, some different resources, and obviously some contacts. That's kind of what I had in mind. Let me pause this. This kind of just gives a brief deal about, Go New Social. We got me. Robert's been helping me out with some sales and whatnot. He knows a lot of people, obviously being a state cop, and Redoso being pretty small. He's got a pretty big following in El Paso as well. He's well respected, so he kind of helps me, and I kind of give him a little chunk on the side. I got two main workers. I feel bad I haven't even posted their bios on here. These are my two project managers. They each have two people working for them, and they kind of take care of everything for us. One thing that we'll do on your website, like you see here, we'll also capture email addresses. So we'll figure out, once I learn more about your business, how we can get people to enter their email addresses here. We're going to set you up with a bunch of different social media services, and it's not going to be about you. It's not going to be about John Paul. It's going to be about SD Services, so you don't have to worry about putting your personal, life out there. It's going to be about your business. We're going to get you a big following, and on Facebook. We can do some of the fancy tools here that we see. We're definitely going to have a contact us page where we can do this two ways. We'll post kind of like I got here, we'll post an email address that they can send stuff to. Contact us, gonewsocial.com, support@gonewsocial. But I like the form below. Fill out the form below because it kind of gets you contact information. That way, if it's a potential customer that's let me pause that video again. If it's a potential customer, bear with me. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. If it's a potential customer that is looking or interested at your services, whether they're from Texas or whatnot, and they're going to come in this area and need some of your services, or need your services over there for that matter, at least you can have that contact information, something you can follow up on, have your secretaries, receptionist call with make a phone call and chat with them and see if you can pick up some more business. Anyways, I obviously didn't cover everything. There's just so much information and so much stuff that we can do. I've already mentioned the videos. We'll get you a Twitter following. And one of the main things that this is not only going to do, SD Services is doing big business. And now you're going to have a real professional website. You're going to be out there on all the social media platforms. You're going to, you're big business, you're acting like big business, you're doing big business, and, like I said, your competitors are going to be freaking out whenever they don't have any of this stuff. And hopefully we can start attracting more customers. And even in Texas, I need to, obviously visit more with you and find out your goals and what you're headed for. Another thing that we do that's going to get you to thinking about some things, obviously, is we have this client questionnaire. Where are you right now? It's 80 questions. Talks about your marketing, no matter how big or how small. They're all the touch points that connect you to your customers. Have a written marketing plan, helps you focus on the important things you can do with the time and budget, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to bore you with all that, but just some general stuff. I have an existing marketing plan in place for my business. Yes, no. I have at least one person responsible for managing marketing. Our staff is familiar with how we market our company's products and services. Do you know your target market? Different things like that. This questionnaire will really get you thinking of stuff that you might have not have thought before. And this is going to be perfect for moving forward and expanding. Like I said, you got your customer base, and the beauty thing about your type of service is once you get a customer and start building that relationship, guess what? They're going to use you every time. So you do a good job. Someone calls you in the middle of the night. They need this hot shot service. They need it done now. That the parts get delivered, the equipment gets delivered right, in a timely manner, no problems. Now they're starting to feel more comfortable with you. So this questionnaire will obviously get you to thinking about different things that you may not have thought of moving forward and how we need to advertise. Another thing I haven't mentioned is the QR codes. We can put some QR codes on your pickup. We can put them on some of your equipment out in the field. With a little short, that QR code can be linked to a video. Right on your blog, which in turn is linked to YouTube. There's a bunch of different things we can do, and we'll switch it up. One video you may come on and just talk about your safety record. Another video you may come on and talk about what services you provide. Different things like that. You can put these on shirts, hats, wherever. They scan them with the QR code reader on a smartphone. That QR code reads, the smartphone reads the QR code, and then it takes it to wherever we tell it to take it. Whether, like I said, we can do a bunch of different things there. Let me see. I hope I'm not missing anything. I know I went through this pretty fast. Let me just show you some of our graphics are killer. You're going to be happy with our graphics. We do good graphics, do good work. We're just going to need some input from you, some pictures, whatnot, and we'll do several different designs until you're happy with what you get. Another thing that we're doing here, obviously you and I have known each other for a long time, and we're here to work for you. We're here to constant. You want to do a newsletter, we're there with some graphics. You want to try something new, launch something new, throw some ideas, we can change the way the website looks in the middle of the thing. Business cards, any little thing that we can think of to make it work for you. Just kind of a brief deal on how we do a new product launch. Obviously we'll just kind of start down here at the bottom. We pick the product, we create a free report. That's so we can get people liking it and whatnot. I provide the keywords to one of my workers here. Karen will do all the keyword research, let me know how many competitors and how many people are searching for the product. I'll choose the 3 keywords that I want to target. I'll pay a ghostwriter to create me an article. I'll figure out the sales, down sales, up sales. If you get this product, now you can move to our mobile marketing plan for 50% off. Some stuff that we want to do with you. You know what I mean? If you use us here, you start using our services here, you can get a discount over here. You always have to have an upsell sales funnel or downsell. Then we upload the first article to eZine. Then we upload the second article. Then we do the link wheel. Then we kind of just go from there. And these are the same fundamentals that we're going to do with you. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get some keywords after I learn all about your services. After we learn about those services, I'm going to create a bio of sdservices and embed that link in it. We're going to submit it to eZine articles. We're going to send it to all the social media platforms. We're going to create you a LinkedIn. We're going to get all this stuff and start building backlinks, but not only that, start bringing credibility, which you've already got, but more credibility to sdservices. Say, hey, this is who we are, this is what we do, this is how we can help you. We're expanding, we're growing, we're giving to the community. There's no reason why you shouldn't utilize our services. Anyways, John Paul, I hope this was just kind of a brief description. I probably already went longer than I should have. Kind of just wanted to give you a breakdown on where we come from, how we do what we do, and hopefully we'll be talking to you soon, buddy. Later.